I seen this young man play, and he is awesome. Was at his venue, and he is from Ontario, Canada. And when I was listening to him, I was writing down some of the words that I just thought described him, and I put down foot stomping blues. I look at his bio, and it's foot stomping rootsy blues.
Yeah.
So very excited to have Mr. Jay Pollmann. How are you?
Good. Thanks for having me.
Well, so tell me, you are welcome. Tell me a little bit about yourself. I know you're from Canada.
Canada, yep.
Started playing guitar when you were how old?
Fairly young. I started singing before I started playing,
You
but
did?
Probably around 8 or 10 years
Yeah,
old.
8 or
My
10.
dad was a guitar player, so I've obviously played his instruments, and eventually passed them on to me as well. So I'm from very small town in Ontario, Canada.
How many people you
About
think?
3,000 people.
Yeah.
But I live just a little bit on the outskirts, so it was even less people out there. But so wasn't a whole lot to do, do the regular thing, playing sports growing up and stuff like that. But music was one thing that kind of stuck with me, and to be honest, it took me a long time to get really good at it. So I'm 31 now. I've been doing it for a long time. I played in a rock and roll band with my brother, who's here with me this week. We played for over 10 years together, released 4 records and a live record, and did a lot of touring, and we did South by Southwest, some big stuff. But 10 years is a long time for a band, so we ended that last year, and so this is my new project, and it's really exciting to be a part of the IBC and do all this kind of stuff already.
So tell me about, you traveled all over the country playing blues and up in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about your experience, about being at the International Blues Challenge.
It's been great. I mentioned to you right before we went on here, too, that I didn't know what it was going to be like. Whether it was going to be a lot of just traditional Blues Brothers style of bands, lots of fedoras, which there is a lot of fedoras and sunglasses, but in the clubs. But I've been really surprised with first of all, the level of professionalism with everybody, and everybody's been super friendly, and I've met a ton of great people down here, which is great, and actually a lot of people from Canada as well, because I played my showcases were with a lot of Canadians, so we got to hang out, network that way, and build on that blues community within our own country as well.
That's neat.
It's kind of funny we come all the way down here to do that, but
Right? However it happens, right?
That's right. Yeah.
So will you play a song for us, Jay?
Absolutely.
What are you going to do?
I think I can do Head in the Clouds.
All right.
It's the newest one I've written. It's about chasing the crazy dream about playing music, and why us crazy musicians continue to do it. So
Great.
Yeah.
Love to hear.
Cool. Well, now, honey, be gone for a week. Bite your lip and tongue in cheek. We just play now while we're playing for keeps. Got my head in the clouds, in the ground on my feet. Say I'm talking now, talking in my sleep. What's the time? But the time is cheap. I'm still chasing now. I'm still chasing those dreams. But it's foggy now, at least it seems. Got my head in the clouds and the ground on my feet. Yeah. You still with me now, still close to home. Still fix us up with a born to lose loan. But the lake is cold, but my heart is warm. Got my head in the clouds and the ground on my feet. Ooh, I feel my feet. Ooh.
All right, from the Grand River Blues Society, Mr. Jay Pollmann.
Thank you.
So, yeah, my eyes are bad. Sorry. I said, so tell us where we can find you online, Jay.
JayPollmann.com. That'll be my website. Pollmann, double L, double N. It's a little
Yeah.
tricky.
And that's one thing I really liked about you from watching you is how you write your songs. You tell stories with them.
Yeah, I think I'm becoming very Canadian, which may not. And I've heard other writers in Canada say you'll never break out of Canada by doing what you do, writing Canadian content, singing about Ontario and our land. Doesn't fly down here, but you know what?
Really?
That's not what I do. I'm not gonna pretend to write songs about other places I don't live in. So I think I'm maturing with that, and some of my favorite songwriters do that as well. So
Yeah,
I'm
there
not trying to
seems
do
to
that
be
intentionally.
a
but
lot of strong songwriters from Canada
There
that tell
is, there
stories,
is.
like Gordon Lightfoot. You know,
Absolutely,
you
yeah.
know, and
Yeah,
so
another one, Joel Plaskett from the East Coast is one of my favorite songwriters, and
that's right. And you get to tell us the story? Did you get on stage with him, or something
Yeah.
special happened? He dedicated a song to you.
yeah, which
what
was really
that
cool.
again?
I
Tell
got to
us.
play with him last year, and
Uh-huh.
which was very cool just to be in that building with the same guy. And he's very very humble guy, very Canadian.
Yeah,
Again.
and he dedicated the song that you liked to you,
He
right?
did, yeah. He didn't know I liked that. That was my favorite song of his, right? So
Uh-huh.
I'm out stomping and did my set, and he must have listened in, and that was one of his more foot stomping tunes, and he dedicated it to me, and I was just like, okay, I'm done. I must retire. I'm good to go.
That
now."
had to be a very special
It was
moment.
cool.
That's awesome. Well, Jay, thanks so much for coming on a trip with Penny Lane on Giant 96. Enjoyed meeting you. Like your music, and
Thank you very much.
and you'll have to come back and see us sometime.
Absolutely. Thanks,
All
man.
right. You're listening to Giant 96 Real Radio Trip with Penny Lane. We are covering the 32nd International Blues Challenge at the Doubletree, downtown Memphis.